A vision to the future is important in making any organizational planning, and the same is true for us in pastoral work. And as pastoral workers, we are primarily driven, motivated, inspired by the mission given us. If you believe in this mission, this forms part of that persona, but it is nothing something created on your own. I gave you an exercise making a mask. When you started making this mask, it didn't come out of nothing. From a cardboard, you carve out an image and make a mask. The persona is like this. I did this exercise, but I used a beautiful mask which I bought many years ago. I use this whenever attending masquerade parties. Then I improve on it, glued on it some sequences, stones, or decorations. All the improvement came from my own creativity. I removed some of these sequences as time goes by, and what is left is this artificial flower which I could easily clip and detach. This mask represents who I am. The original one, which all that was given were coming from our own culture and the education that we had. As I journeyed through, I encountered challenges and made some changes and adapt, responding to the needs to the call of the time. So that is the symbolism of this mask. As pastoral ministers, all of us go through these challenges. As church, we gather and plan together, not as individuals, but as united disciples of the one who sent us. The challenge is to discern and make sure that what we plan is indeed the will of God, which is good for our collective wholeness, knowing the shadow, exposing our collective persona, and arriving into a consensus, come up with a plan. But before doing the intricacies of designing a pastoral plan, we have to look into our own personal shadows, discover our unique strength, then look how our behavior, choices, and actions created the world we live in. Being conscious on how our own shadows contribute to what we call as the society's collective shadow. This would mean expanding our consciousness, for the ego not to sit idle and do nothing, hoping that knowing our shadows will help our ego, our conscious mind, make decisions. Talking about the ego, it is a term used by Freud and Jung to mean the conscious mind, described in our first part of this workshop as the I or ako. An enlightened ego is aware of how this persona was shaped and continuing to evolve. It knows his shadows and continues to know that reality that many things are yet unknown but has to be discovered. But what happens if the ego is lacking in awareness? When driven by emotions and sometimes even beliefs and suppositions that could block his own personal growth and wholeness. This is why it is very important to look into the shadow, both personal and collective, to expand our awareness. And then we can make decisions best for ourselves and our society. This is the reason why in many planning workshops, it is important to start with an environmental scanning. Environmental scanning is a way to look into our collective shadow. This pertains to knowing the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats to a particular organization or society or church. To us, the church. We will deal with this later when we start doing our pastoral plan. But for the meantime, it is important that doing a pastoral plan is not an individual task to make. It is also important that there is a team to make a pastoral plan, usually a council. Also important the leveling off among those participating in doing a pastoral plan. This is to ensure that each participant is aware of their personal responsibilities as well as aware of their strengths and limitations, especially their shadow. Perhaps start the planning process with a retreat. For your assignment, first, write your own vision of a perfect society or church. Then describe it. Second, look into your environment. and identify its strength, the weakness, threats, and opportunities.